Yeah, so hello there, everybody, and welcome back to The Last Spell. So, a new update has hit town, and that's finally the point that got me to sink my teeth deeper into the game. We have by now a lot of content into the game, a lot of rebalancing has happened in this patch, so this stream is dedicated to opening up the can anew and playing forward through the content during this series that I'm starting here and explaining what's new in the new update because information is always something I'm up to. Okay, so Lakeburg it is. I have never beaten the city. It's not like I think it's too hard for me. I think I never really tried. So let's see. We are at Lakeburg, aren't we? This looks so wrong. Am I at the right spot? Sorry guys for the confusion. It won't hurt to reset. The thing is, we have by now, I think, 2 new locations to unlock, and while I'm sitting out my derpiness, might as well explain what's new. So we have a new city, of course, like we already thought, and we have on top of that a massive rebalancing. So, I have just reset a run with no meaning. What do you want from me? So give me a sec. I'm confused. Looks like I get some updates for free on my account. So what's new is that we have a new scaling mechanic, and or the damage mechanic has shifted and changed, and that means you are by now. You can build your characters a little bit different now. That means you get different things as a primary attribute when you level up, different things as a secondary attribute when you level up. I want to talk through that when it's time for that. I don't know, for some reason these guys have reset. I guess there's new story behind that. I haven't played this game since a long while, so don't you? So here, Lakeburg and Gildenberg was the one with 1 skull, and this is the one with 2 skulls. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that I'm not starting the wrong city here and playing through meaningless content. So also a lot of rebalancing has happened economy-wise, but we're going to play through the first night now, and I'm going to explain everything while it's new and hot. So we have a short bow. We have a wand and a dagger. Okay. Enemies coming from this angle. No defenses, no walls, no nothing. Okay. So, dagger guy and, well, how far ahead we want to stand. It's been a while, so don't expect me to do the hot plays at the beginning. So now, what's up here? Precise shot, power shot, tight volley. Okay. Got an AoE thingy. Ah, yeah, now I remember the short bow again. Good old short bow. This guy has 35 mana, so let's give him some. So, how one-shotty are you? Not at all. So this was definitely worth it. Good. I'll leave some action points on this guy. Let's head on over to this here. Sword of Damocles. Okay. Transfer gives action points over to another person. Ah, magic missiles. Multi-hit. Wonderful. Good combo again. Good comboing with the Tide Volley, eh? So, magey people spend their mana quite quickly. I'll have to respect that. So what about my dagger guy? Backstab. Has a high isolation multiplier, meaning stronger if the enemy stands alone. And perforate, armor piercing attack, and throwing daggers. Multi-hit with poison. Sweet. Okay. Never played the dagger before. Don't know. It's foreign to me. Anywho, that means we're safe to reduce out all our other attacks. Okay, so let's fall back a bit. This guy has still 3 action points. So, they have no damage over time on them or something now. So that thing is merely more damage. It's always kind of a tragic thing with the melee characters in this game that you can't use them early on as you would like to. Or as I'd like to. Yeah, I know that my dagger guy can move. Okay. Now, that's mana. This guy has really not the movement points for being a melee guy, eh? Yo, Robin, what's the matter with you? Are you a smoker or something like that? Character sheet. No, he's chubby. Okay. Sorry, man, I didn't mean to harass you. It was not my intention. Okay, well. Whatever. Let's see. Yeah, well. Ain't enough to get out of the range of these guys. But I can use Brace. That should do something. Okay, then over to you fellas. We got... Seems pretty easy, I think. Let's take a step forward. Yeah, 5 targets. 5 of 6. It's good enough. Magic missiles require me to be a bit closer. Just like that combo. Sure, it does cost me mana, but it's also pretty okay efficiency-wise, I think. So, I got 2 more spell casts. Oh my, this guy is a dodger. Okay. I had no clue. Didn't seem too dodgy to me. Alright. So let's see. Nobody needs to step back here. Pretty excited to see that new update now. Because there's a lot of good things in it. Let's go for another volley. +3 mana regen? How so, Mr. Ulysses? Tell me. That's the daily mana regen. Okay, I see. It's just getting displayed already. I was like, do I get that every turn? No. That'd be silly. Okay. Goodo. Let's use some power shot. It's usually enough to one-shot dudes. So these guys, well, don't want to think about that right now. So, Armor Pierce versus Backstab. There we go. Melee guys are usually quite devastating the moment they really get close. Really do like the balancing of this game a lot. Okay, we still have 2 attacks to give off. Might not. Oh yeah, so that's definitely a quality of the short bow that I really want to keep in mind, that it has a standard attack that's not dodgeable. Pretty powerful. So, well, there's 38 enemies remaining. I cannot do the same trick twice a turn, but let's see. There's only one grid not being affected. Oh, okay. I thought there'd be something left for my mage, but okay. Yeah. There we go. The chubby dagger strikes again. So, going to go over here and brace myself twice. Let's see. Reaction points left on this fella. One left on him. So I'll have to be careful here. Doesn't look like there's anybody in danger. I don't know if they can attack diagonally, and, well, if so, I'll find out. This one will tell me. Could be also the case that he's going on over to the chubby dagger. Maybe that's a little bit too mean, the title. I think we have to rebalance that. Let's call him the Mighty Dagger. Yes, hi there. Welcome. Yeah, I was basically waiting for that update, my man. I was basically waiting for that update. Because I just didn't want to spoil the fun to me. Because I knew that it'd be great once they get it done. I already knew that. So let's do some throwy daggers. I really got no clue how powerful that will be, so... Somehow I never played the dagger. I don't know how that came. So let's use some power shots here. Leave the movement points to the very last moment, though. Okay. So my archer is a little bit in a crappy position there. Let's move Ulysses all the way back. He got 60 armor. Let's see how far that'll get him. There's two people attacking him. One missed, one did 18. Bracing is pretty powerful, I noticed. Nice. Okay, this guy will die from damage over time. So... let's do this like that. Stop eating my palisades. They were costly. Oh, damn. If somebody destroys them, it's me myself. Was it intentional? It was not a mistake. Not a mistake at all. No, no, no. Whoopsie. They could give me a warning before I attack my own structures, couldn't they? Okay. We win. Not a scratch. So, S rating and city protection. That has been rebalanced a bit. So, the gist of it is harder to get an S rating every night, but it is more rewarding to get an S rating, and the entire economy is balanced around getting roughly an A rating, if possible, every night. So the S rating ain't that mandatory anymore. It's pretty, it looked pretty good on paper. I have no clue how it'll play out in the game. I think I'm going to take the gold. Wait a sec, I'm getting all of that. Oh, okay, nice. I thought it was, cool. I thought that was mutually exclusive. So let's check out the new level ups. So what has changed is that we have a new primary attribute called damage. It's just flat out what it is, damage. And now the specialized damages have become secondary attributes. So as the I don't know, do I really dodge versus stamp? That's a really big flashpoint. Thing is, I don't really think that he's a real good candidate for being the melee dude here. The low movement points, yeah, well, okay, -1. Okay, we can deal. And here you see range damage and the specialized types of damage are now secondary thing. What that does, if you're wondering yourself, why is he muttering about? The good thing about all that is you get now to decide to specialize into damage, and then it doesn't matter if your character picks up a ranged weapon, a magic weapon, a melee weapon, you can skill them over on the fly. It makes them more classless and allows you to say, for example, if I say this guy, I picked up poison damage here, and now I can more easily pick up 2 different weapons from 2 different types, like a ranged and a melee poison weapon, for example. These builds work way better now, because you can take the damage part from somewhere else. I like that. These guys make always so smart decisions in their updates. It's really giving me a good feeling about the future of this game. So, let's see. Fatality. Oh, that's a nice one. Every 4 enemies killed +1 daily mana regen. I like that. Steady aim. Didn't move. Okay. Back protection. Stun chance. Extra skill activations. No, I'm going to take the harvester. I like that. Okay. So, next level up, please. Ulysses. So, let's take that. Always try to take the rarer ones, because you get more bang for your buck there. Opportunism. What's that? Ah, that's since we have somebody on our team who's going to poison, maybe we want to go for more debuffing. You know what? Let's try that, because according to the patch notes, debuffing strategies have been buffed, because a couple of things have changed. Accuracy debuffs are now way more effective than before. Mana growth. Ooh, just more flat mana amount. Perseverance. Well, not really. Septic shock. Ooh. When applying poison to a unit currently poisoned. I think I'm hopping on the poison train here. Hi there, Salim. Let's see. You're supposed to be the mage, so they say. Okay, we can get block. Block. Block's tasty. Having a high value in block opens up melee magic items and the like better. But I'll take the flat damage percentile bonus for now. Multi-hits plus. Ooh, I like that. So this one is a quite rare thing, and I love all the skills with multi-hits, so I'm sold. Sprint. I restore move points in exchange for health. Mana regen for enemies killed. It's I'm hovering this already because I don't think to find anything else. Void, hey there. So happy to see you, my man. Hope you're having a fine weekend so far. Cheer, allowing to buff the damage of an ally. Oh gosh. That's a pretty good one too. I am considering that for my other dude here as well. This game, it's one of the best turn-based survival base builder things that's coming on up. I basically only didn't play it more thoroughly because I didn't want to spoil the fun. It's still early access, but the last few updates have brought me to the point that I want to sink my teeth into it again. For real this time, you know. Rusty Shield, that's a lot of bonus on that thing. Stun chance, mana plus, momentum, well. Rusty Spear. Spear. Left control was Spear. Skewer. Oh yeah, Spear had that sick triple swipe. What's that thing? Pretty boring. So yeah, I'll take that Spear. Or the shield. Nah, I'll take the Spear. My dudes need all the second weapon, because you can swap weapon sets for free in combat. And not using the secondary weapon slot on your characters is basically not using 50% of a character. And therefore, we need weapons. And weapons aren't easy to come by. So, that thing. The Spear is awesome. I think I'm going to give that one for now to Robin, but it might not stay forever in his hands. The thing about the Spear is it has one really, really sick AoE skill here, the triple swipe. You might see that, the red squares that's all the enemies you can hit with that thing. You can hit 9 people at once with that. And the Spear does enough damage to usually one-shot the entire wave in front of you. It's a real amazing thing, at least in the early game. Okay, so we can now build new structures, and we have workers. Can buy some gear. Let's get on over here, and well, no. We're going to do one thing, the usual thing, the gold mine. But the gold mine has changed. The gold mine back in the old version, if you are interested in a little bit of the meta talk here, was like absolutely mandatory to be brought up in the very first night and upgraded in a very specific way to have an ideal income. So basically, the gist of it was, the strategy was like, invest all your gold at first in gold mines, have a couple of very hard first nights, and have a massive income at the later nights, trivializing the late game. What we have now, the gold mines are more costly to build up, but they get way more from that if you don't upgrade them. So it's not that much of a mandatory investment anymore to upgrade the hell out of them. And because they cost more, you are not that obligated or not feeling too forced anymore if you spend all your buck into that. So we now get, for the expenditure of 2 workers, a cycle of production, which is 25 gold extra. Sakuzai there. Alright, Boyd. That's interesting that you just draw that distinct line between the genres, because I personally think they flow really well into each other, but it's okay, everybody has his own taste. I mean, in some way, it's very different from a deck builder. I see where you're coming from there. So I could now upgrade the mine so it does only take 1 worker instead of 2 workers. Is there anything else that I want my second worker to do here this night? I could scavenge something with 1 worker. So let's do that. I'll upgrade that thing so it only takes 1 worker here. Make that gold happen. So paying for itself. And the last worker is going to dismantle one of those structures here. There we go. Well, Sakoza, it's one of my favorite games I'm basically waiting for to get done, you know? It also comes with an amazing soundtrack. Okay, we get really massive defenses here. I feel like the map has changed a lot since the last time I have played this. What ifs? Okay, we have 60 gold left. That would actually be enough for yet another gold mine. I'm tempted. Let's see, what can we do except for that? I could buy another gold mine, or I could buy some more gear from that gold. You know what? We're going to buy that extra gold mine right away. So we have a lot of gold for the next wave. And I am fond of my skills to defend that. It's only a one-directional attack, and I've got a pretty powerful second weapon. And I am used to that map. The second night ain't that horrible. Unless the devs have changed or something. Alright, man. See you later, and thanks for the subscription. Appreciate that. Have a nice weekend. So, let's see. I love ballistas. What's there? Watchtower, that's new. Warp gate. Yeah, you can also build warp gates, allowing your heroes to teleport through the place. We're going to build ourselves a ballista. I love these things. Let's see. Mostly as a backline defense. As you see here, I have put it up mostly as something that's going to defend against stray units that are piercing into the city. It's pretty useful because you can usually save your heroes a turn of time, so your heroes can go crazy where the enemy density is high, or get more kills out of your action points, you know? So we still have a little bit of material left, so what are we going to do with that? Oh yeah, another thing, because I have labeled this stream What's New, the defenses have been buffed. Walls are less costly now, and they have more HP. Pretty nice. The downside, though, and that's a pretty nasty downside, is... wait a sec. Fire, exactly. Let's build a couple of traps there. The nasty thing there is damaging the defenses now causes panic as well. You see, panic is that mechanic which defines how much reward you get after a night. And with a new update, panic also gets increased when the defenses get hurt. That wasn't the case in the past, but it's a very low amount of panic, and you really get way more HP, and you get way less material costs, so I like the changes because it's not that hard to survive. Now we have some nice soundtrack in the background. Alrighty, so I've posted my heroes very up front, as you see there, because it's very easy to fall back. We have gates here. They are very costly and very powerful. Using those a bit. Let's give them some in the face. New damage upgrades are already showing off. As you see here, one guy died. That wasn't the case before. So let's swap to the spear, because I know that the spear has a couple of nice features. For once, the spear is a AoE melee weapon, and it's also a ranged weapon, so to say. I really love that thing. So I'm moving my archer back there. Oh, whoopsie. Let's undo that. Didn't know that I can't shoot through these. It's only fair. Let's take out the remaining dudes. Fall back into the fortress. Alrighty. Let's give those guys here a couple of daggers in the face. And fall back for that turn. The wand is not really my favorite here. It's a pretty good support weapon, but it's not really good as a main weapon. Although, I have a sick multi-hit bonus by now. There we go. Still have action points remaining. Must be on this guy, yeah. Okay. Well, all the enemies are so freaking far away. It's bothering me. Another nice feature of the spear. You can actually attack through the door. Or further away from you. Not through, you can also attack through fences. So, I think I have enough movement points for that. And fall back. As you see here, this part is pretty easy to defend. That's why I was pretty comfortable with spending all my gold into gold generation. There we go. Well, I'd love to go ham out there, but not yet. So, not really a good positioning here either. But we can go ham a bit here. That's why I wanted that spear so badly, because I knew that this thing, oopsie, is quite a powerhouse when it comes down to taking down a lot of enemies. I have very good memories with the spear in general, you know. So that guy here is a bit of an issue. You see, it's out of my range. I cannot hit anything that's so close to me. Well, that's also not too cool. Yeah, we're just not going to magic missile this turn. That's the very simple solution to that issue. Traps are doing a good service. Armor is holding up that damage. We're pretty good here. So let's see. If I could get in there from that angle, that would be sick. Let's see what I can do for my good old friend here, but nah, not really. We're just going to go, well, here, rush, that's the skill with momentum. Oh boy, that's pretty powerful nevertheless. Yeah, let's get back there and just spam that brace. Do another rain of arrows here. There we go. This guy's bothering me here a little bit, but we're gonna get him. No issue. Also, I'm really noticing that my my mage dude here is falling off, but okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You rock. You're critting like a madman. Well, jokes aside, the thing here is, I do notice that the wand alone is not giving me the punching power that I want. Okay. Whoopsie. I love it that you have that undo button. So, such a nice feature. So, let's do a couple of throwing daggers again. Let's go here. I'll just do the brace thing again. Let's see how many of the guys we can take out here. Alrighty. One action point left, but here. So, my archer here wasn't even taking a single action this turn. That lamppost here is really problematic thing. Blocking my line of sight like a boss. Yeah, whatever. Let's do the brace thing and okay, they prefer gnawing on my walls. Appreciate that. Okay. Wait a sec. Thought you were my spear guy. There we go. Now it's just removing the last bits and bobs from the battlefield there. Just making sure that the people who have a bonus on mana generation on kill get a few before it ends. There we go. Another S rating. So today, it's going to be a little bit tougher on us. We're going to have an attack from two angles. And that's, well... that's a lot different from before. Let's see. I can unlock something here. Yeah, they changed the background on that unlock mechanic again, I guess. So, we can unlock a jeweler now, an alchemist, better melee heroes. Heroes with melee weapons are generated with 1 move point. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, we can unlock a new weapon. Better magic heroes, my goodness. Those are really good things. Okay. For now, I'll leave it like that. Okay. So, first things first, let's upgrade that mine as well to require only 1 worker. So, production plus. Do I really want that? Not yet. Production plus is now a lot costlier than before, and It's really best served on a mine that has all the other upgrades before. So, how much gold do I have this night? 98 gold. So, well, let's go through the level ups first before we build that city. Robin comes with a flat reduction applied to the resistance of target enemies. What's resistance again? Decreases the incoming damage. Okay. So that'll do not too much for what I plan to do. Okay. Sadly, I didn't get any rare bonuses here. So here I'm settling down for some flat armor. Flat armor is really, really valuable too. Opportunism. Okay. Daily mana regen. Not that necessary anymore. Well, let's take the opportunism. Why not? Spiky counter. Okay. Damage equal to 200% of the armor. Wow. Every 2 enemies hit, the next skill gets vision. Alright. That's pretty useful for ranged characters. Contagion. When the unit dies, all of its negative alterations are to 2 random adjacent. Yes, please. Oh my god. This guy is throwing poisonous daggers. That means whenever somebody with poison dies, he's spreading that, and that sounds crazy good. Alright, Ulysses. Let's level you up. Move points versus armor. I'll take the move points. Move points are really cool. Don't have a no roll there, sadly now, but whatever. So let's take more opportunism. Why not? I really need to stock up on debuffs there, but that's something we can do. Mark. Debuff the enemy's dodge. Alright. One use per night for every consumable. That's pretty powerful. When you have consumables available, that is. Oh, well, these skills are all quite underwhelming right now. Let's take the defensive training. It's a pretty funny thing because I like to use defensive items, so... Accuracy. Yeah, I'll take that. It's very bothersome to be dodged by the enemy. Propagation damage, no. Reliability. Mana regen. Let's take the mana regen. No second thoughts. He already has a bonus on mana regen, but I don't care. Let's take more of that. Crippling punch. So... that's a rough one again. Let's take the first blood thing. That's very good with his multi-hit things that he's running so far. So, fresh new item. Kettle Hat with block and resistance. Reinforced shield with health and block and resistance. And a heavy armor. Yeah, I'll take that. Since there was sadly no weapon available. But this heavy armor, this has Ulysses' name all over it. Why? Because it has a minus on movement points, and he has movement points for days. So it's a very good candidate in that regard. Okay, so let's see. What do we spend our stuff on today? The inn is very, very appealing to me, simply because a fourth hero is really cool to have. Come on, let's do this. Let's place it down here. So we cannot recruit a hero right now, I think, because we won't have the necessary gold for that. Although, well, let's see. I still have workers left for this night. So there's 50 more gold incoming. Nice. So, Leslie, that comes as a level 2. Supriya comes as a level 3. Let's see. If I sell some of my old gear, I still won't get that necessary gold together for her. Well, that's okay. I also have a level 2 character, then I don't mind. Comes with a hammer. Pickpocket. Minus armor. Oof. Ferocious and dragon blood. Alright, that's pretty nice though. Would that be better? Messenger. Momentum minus damage plus move points. Minus block. Well. Plus trinket slot is also pretty sick. Gladiator is a powerful bonus thing. Well, okay. I mean, while pickpocket ain't ideal for a melee character. These guys are actually better from their specializations alone. Poison and debuff, you know. I am after something here. So Anush comes with throwing daggers, and Edward comes with a wand. I think I'm going to hire after all the things that I've been thinking through. After all now. This fine woman here. Welcome to the party, Anush. She's going to level up over the time. That's not really the issue. So let's see, what can we buy here? Certainly not the rare stuff. There's only spears and short bows, nothing new there. So, let's see. A hand crossbow would be kick-ass, but we're not that lucky, I guess. So, Tome of Secrets. Let's see, Shadow Bolt, Weakening Touch. And, like, what's that? Fireball. And Lightning Strike, yeah. Scepter. What's a scepter? Windwalk. Shocking Touch. Minus accuracy. Hammer of Faith. Okay. Magic Bash. What's a magic melee weapon, eh? Interesting. I'll take one of these. I see a good use for that on my mage. Tomos, hi there. Happy to see you, man. And I think that I want that thing. Alrighty, so let's get on over our characters. Anush comes with the dagger, and I felt like it would be a pretty cool thing to give her a magic tome as a secondary thing, so she has a ranged option. Robin sadly has to stay as he is, because I don't have a ranged option for him. The scepter was something that I felt like would be a nice option for my mage, because The novice's wand is the wand in itself is pretty nice and dandy, but it comes with that downside that close range it's not usable at all. And therefore, felt like that would be a nice mitigator to that problem. So Anoush is hybrid. Ulysses is purely ranged, while this guy is also hybrid. So I'd say one pure and one hybrid on each flank. Okay. Let's build some defenses. I'm going to go for another those ballistas. You can also upgrade the ballistas, but I don't want that right now. So, oh, repairing is a thing. I had no clue. Traps have to be recharged. I see. There's group repairs. Repair identical buildings. Okay. Okay. Let's give ourselves some extras. Oh, I have enough room for one more, or money for one more, but actually I want... Nah, okay, I don't have any resources left. Then we're rather going to go for another trap here. Was considering building some walls, but, well... Well, ACS is something that... I'm sadly a little bit finished with that game, if you understand what I mean. I have played it so much, and probably I'll come back to it and try to get those golds down that I haven't done yet, but I'll have to take a little bit longer. I hope you guys understand that. So, whatever, let's buy that uncommon item production. I think I did 1.5 years of constant production of ACS content. So, let's put them up ahead as possible. And probably I'm going to swap on over here. Anoush is only level 1, and I'll drop her rather at the easier flank, where we have more fortifications and the like, and the more experienced people are going to go over to this place. Okay. Oh, if you're too close, do they get to attack, or, well, yes they do, okay. So today I learned. Okay, well, let's go. Let's have some fun. Now that's really where stuff gets really interesting after a couple of nights. So Windwalk is a teleport. Holy crap! No, I get move. No, I transform move points into. But it has a range. I think it is a buff. That's what it is. So, what's that? Hammer of Faith. It's also a single target thing. But it comes with a very high propagation value. So it's going to jump on over the place, okay? Okay. That's a lot of damage. Let's take that critter out of his face there. Nice. Do you like that? It's a lot of oomph inside that thing. Well, Tale of Immortal, I had some gameplay, but I gotta say that the game in the long run didn't really catch my taste. Mostly because it was, how to call it, too much unfun grind. Holy crap! With extra momentum, eh? Sweet. Let's hop on over back to the wand and use our last action points a little bit more conservative. 3 action points left. What's really good about the short bow is the fact that you have an attack that's totally ignoring the enemy's evasion. That's really powerful. Way more powerful than it sounds. Scroll Taiwu, I don't have. I didn't. I haven't touched it yet. I was a little bit burned out on the genre after all that. I gotta admit that. But thanks for your pointer. I'll just have a look on it. Probably, it's gonna be good. Weakening touch. So let's see. Alright, so we can spread that stuff on there, and then this will be good for people with opportunism. So, do I have enough movement points after that to get back in? No. There's a big fella incoming. A splitter. Okay, so let's toss a few daggers and cast a few spells. So that's really not bad. Okay, so we're pretty much out of action points here, are we? Okay. Not the worst start. Alpha Dash, hi there. Almost overlooked you, sorry. Well, Tale of Immortal was a game that, for me, personally, one thing was extremely problematic about it, and that was the fact that the grind didn't feel rewarding enough. That was the one thing that put me off about the game the most. It was like you are grinding in that game like a madman, and there are long parts where you don't see any progression on your character whatsoever, except for doing the same things over and over and over and over again. Not even the loot is exciting, and well, I haven't seen any updates changing these problematics for real, and that's why I haven't had too much of an interest in coming back into the game. That's the honest answer of mine. Guy's almost dead. I don't like it when they're almost dead. I like them completely dead. There we go. Problem solved. Spearman is already empty, though. Okay. Well, the problem there, Tomusk, is there are so few really good games in that regard. But I have high hopes that this will change over the time. Although it might take some time, because the one issue with Chinese games is that well, China is under a pretty suppressive regime, and they take too much influence into culture, and that really shows. You notice that Chinese game companies tend to make all wacky decisions that don't make any sense sometimes, except for when you think there might be some political pressure behind that. And it sucks, okay? These guys have a hard time, and they don't have the same resources the Western game devs have. But I really hope that the games will do get better over the time. But especially ACS is a good example. Amazing Cultivation Simulator hasn't had any meaningful updates, quality of life improvements, bug fixes, or anything over the last 2 years. And that sucks. That's not the standard we have these days. And there were really crappy bugs in there that really messed me up while I was playing that. Uchama, hey there. So happy to see you. Yeah, but like I said to Muska, I really feel like it's getting better. It's not getting worse, it's getting better. Finally, those games get translated into our languages and all more, which hasn't been the case in the past either, you know. There has been a vast wealth of Japanese games in the last decades. For some reason, when it came down to gaming, the only legit Asian culture was Japanese, which is nonsense. There are more Asian cultures out there than the Japanese. Nothing against the Japanese culture, though. They rock. Had very good hours with those, but I found that quite funny when I looked at it more closely, that somehow it's all Japanese if you look at it. Asian gaming was Japanese the last decades, basically. Billy Bob Joe, hi there. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I haven't have featured it more on my channel before because I didn't want to burn out myself too much of it before it's done. But now the early access has been seeing some really good progression, and now I'm all down to sink my teeth deeper into it this time. Well, yo. Always gotta keep my keep an eye out on my action points. Let's do a lightning bolt. Holy! What a zap! Level 1, hey? Not bad for a level 1 hero. And that's the thing with having 2 weapon sets. That's pretty cool that you can swap between the weapon sets so fluidly. Ooh, XCOM 2, enjoy, man, enjoy. It's one of the best games that have been ever made in that genre, and I'm not over-exaggerating, really. XCOM has it all. Good strategy gaming, great storytelling, and fantastic artwork. The only thing it doesn't have is a fair random number generator, but you'll get what I'm talking about after you have missed a couple of 90% shots in a row. Everybody who played XCOM more hated that. So, a bit more conservative now on Salim's spell points there. That thing is sick. There's so much damage on that thing. Why does it hit like a truck every time? Or why does he crit every time? I should rather ask. Well, I don't know. I don't care, actually. So, let's... Yeah, the game is great. And it's even moddable. I haven't played with mods yet, and I have to admit to my own shame, I haven't even finished the game a single time before, because I always had a potato computer, and the problem with my potato computer was it's a game where I personally, I don't know how you are rolling, do a lot of safe scumming, because when the turn goes really bad, I rather like to reload. And if you have a bad PC, reloading takes like 5 minutes each time. And that totally is that totally kills the fun of the game. Sands of Salsa, yeah, it happens that I have featured that game as well. So, Sands of Salsa, a game I would love to like, but it's too... It has that problem that the combat, which is a centerpiece of the game, is always following the same mechanics. Either you're totally smashing your enemies and there's no challenge whatsoever, or you get instantly destroyed. And you're like, what happened? Why? And then you have to learn a certain trick, and once you have learned that certain trick, that fight is trivial, because you usually only have to counter a specific mechanic that's just stomping you there, or you just need to grind and level up your dudes. What I'm talking about is Salsa gives you the impression of a deep and complex game, but as a matter of fact, it's just convoluted. Less would be more. And on top of that, I didn't like the story too much. And, it's looking great, I know, but I don't know. After it has been fully released, I was like, what? That doesn't feel like a full release. Especially the translation was horrible. Maybe that was also a lot of a problem. For the King? No, but it passed my attention. But it's one of those games where I felt like, I don't have the time budget for that. And therefore I didn't buy it. Because, well, I sadly don't have as much time for gaming as I want to in general, you know. That's always an issue there for me. But, thanks for those pointers, my friends. Okay, let's level up our dudes. Robin. A lot of health could be incoming here, but, well, yeah, let's take that. Every now and then, it pays off to invest into defensive things as well. Reliability is also pretty awesome, increases your minimum damage. You will always be happy about having that. I don't know these two games, Tomusk, actually. Now you've finally found something where I have to say never heard of it. Maybe I've seen a screener of that, probably. But, so... I want to Overload as well. Overload is awesome. We're not using consumables yet, but that's mostly because I didn't have the money for them yet. But consumables in this game are... I love them. A rare health upgrade, why not? Some HP, never heard. The thing with consumables in this game is quite simple. Oh yeah, range damage. You can't use them every night. They don't get consumed for real. You get to reuse them as often as you want to, and that's just frankly said awesome. And this guy doesn't have the vision skill. Would have been so great. So let's take Overload for Ulysses as well. Now you're happy, great. Always happy to please the crowd. So, oh yeah, tasty. Damage plus 10%. Although extra mana was a pretty appealing thing as well, but let's take more daily mana regen. It's turning into a real mage here, can I see that? Well, I'll have a look on that. I hope. So, Perseverance, back protection, spiky counter. So, oh no, that's too much. Would be pretty sick to pick up Glass Cannon, but this guy only has 130 health there. No, we're picking up critical runes. That's a more conservative way of picking up a lot of extra crit. because he has a sick mana regen. He gains extra mana regen on kills, and he has also already a trait for crits, so crit, crit, crit. Crits are also pretty cool. Yo, Anoush. So, yeah, flat damage buff. I like that. Plus stun chance. No thanks. Momentum. No thanks. Experience gain. That's a pretty good catch-up thing. So, septic shock. Yes, please. The chance to stun an enemy who's already poisoned is extremely appealing to me. So let's see. Ooh, a rare hammer. Opportunism, and this comes with a stun. Stomp comes with a stun. Mailcoif. 2 action points. Yeah, I'm already sold. Never mind. Give me that thing. 2 action points. That's nothing I could say no to. Alright, those 2 titles I've also never heard of. Thank you, man. Seriously, that's amazing. And I'm thinking I'm keeping an eye out on the gaming market, you know. Alright, so let's see. We have 2 gold mines and we have an inn. Is there anything we can do? The inn can increase the hero capacity. Okay, I like that. More heroes is always a real powerhouse. But for now, we're going to see quality over quantity. Ah, finally, hand crossbows. I'll take 2 of these. Hand crossbows are awesome. Lightning strike scroll. Yes, please. Why should I ignore when you guys are talking with me? I know that there are people, influencers, streamers, and the like, who get a little bit arrogant over the time, but if I ever ignore somebody, it's because my attention slipped. So, focus ring, minus damage, and we can transform mana and movement into action points. Interesting. Potion of strength, extra damage for return. Now, we're going to take the potion of energy here, and, well, potion of speed comes appealing as well. Let's leave it like that. So, stash. Lustache. So, I want everybody to be able to poison somebody in one way or another. So, Ulysses gets a hand crossbow, and let's swap that too. Or no, you're just the debuff spreader. I think I need something else than the wand over the time as well. So who's going to receive another hand crossbow there as well? I think Anoush. The tome. Yeah, the tome. I want that here. Will I miss anything? Well, okay. I have skilled him on multi-hit, so we're rather... Ideally, I would give him a tome and a hand crossbow. That would be my ideal setup. But until then, we're going to stay like that. So I have 2 pure ranged characters and 2 hybrid. 1 hybrid and 1 pure melee. Sounds good to me. So a lightning strike scroll. Who's gonna take that one? Who's the weakest person AoE wise right now? That's Anoush, so she's going to get that. And the slowest melee in town will receive a potion of speed. This thing doesn't cost me anything. It can be used 5 times per night, and if they haven't changed anything, it's going to be refreshed for free. Alright, see you, man. Thanks for hanging around, Billy Bob. And who's going to take more action points? Well, Let's see. Is there anybody good for everybody? Dang it. Well, let's give our archer some. Okay, now then, I still have gold and things left. So I could build another gold mine, but this would be pretty useless without the workers to actually support it. So we're going to set up a new house first. So now we have 3 workers. Okay. I'm still able to run those mines today. So I'll get that gold as well. So, well, the gold mine sprint is still a legit strat. Break that now to only need 1 worker. And now I still have 49 gold left to spend. And I have all the gold mines you can have now. Which is the real fun part. Let's see, uses per production phase. Does that mean this thing will be procced twice per night? We'll see about that. I want to get on over to the shop again. I want to stop spending all my money into one thing and start spending my money into other things. Warp crystal allows me to teleport. Don't worry, Tomusk. I appreciate input like that because to me it's very important to stay updated what's interesting, and you don't automatically catch everything. Look at that sick thing. I want that. Meteor ring. So my man Salim, you're getting that. So I got another accessory there. Oh, and we have this mail coif thing. So definitely gonna get on over to Salim because it has magic damage bonus, and he's the only person utilizing that really well. Okay, so we have a bit of material left over, and let's see. Repair. Can I have a repair everything? Yes, I can. Let's do that. And now, those traps were quite handy, I gotta admit. I didn't place these properly, but whatever. Just learning here. Can you upgrade them? No, sadly not. Okay, let's go on in there. Can you repair the central fountain thingy? I think so, yes. You should be able to. Yeah, it has HP. You shouldn't let it get attacked in the first place, basically. If this thing gets damaged, it's causing a lot of panic, by the way. Alright. So I generally hope that we're going to get through this here now. But let's see. We have a lot of new toys now. What's that thing? There's a buff hopper. Claw, spit acid, acid armor, and acid burst when it dies. Okay. The cool thing about this game is usually it does give friendly fire, but these guys not. Okay. Slow death. There we go. I always found the hand crossbow an amazing weapon. It's absolutely one of my favorites. Alrighty. Ulysses the man with the legs can rest his case. So, I'm looking forward to the time when I have enough items for Salim as well. Although I gotta say, this kit doesn't seem to be too bad for him either. Alright, he's clearing out these guys like a pro. Okay, so... Okay. That's a lot of missing. Yeah, well. Just wanted to make sure that this guy dies next turn, but I'll take his death this turn as well. No biggie, my man. There we go. I think we got this under control. My goodness. Alright, there's more hoppers. The traps are pretty nice, too. So... let's step up. Do some of that poisoning action. That's nasty. The fact that these guys are spreading resistance on their death is really, really nasty. So... so only one action point left, but no reason not to use that. I really want a ranged secondary weapon for Robin. Yeah, well, I see. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of the content creators on YouTube shy a bit away from Asian games because they are pretty complicated, pretty convoluted often, and yeah. So, let's pick up the hand crossbow again. Spread some poisons. And let's keep going. And so, that meteor shower thing, as much as I want to try it out, I feel like it would be a bit of an overkill. Hey, propagation. Unfair. I was counting on you. But whatever. We're calling the lines here pretty fast. Okay. See ya, Ash. Thanks for hanging around. This stream won't be lasting that much longer, too, as just so you know. My plan was to finish this night, prepare for the next one, and then tune out for that stream. Because I have one problem with this kind of game. They really cost a lot of my attention, and I really noticed that when I play games like these a while, I really start to have issues with my focus, you know? So, potion of speed. Let's have a sip. Can't even use it twice a turn. See? Boom. Freebies. It's not as if it was that important right now, you know. Okay. That guy ain't quite dying this turn. So, over at the real front. How's the mana? Okay. Yeah, that's more what I was imagining when we were talking about a propagation hit. So those exploders are really nasty. Mostly because they buff their allies so hard. It would be basically better to kill the exploders last, but then again, you'll be only able to use single target damage until then, so... I like that kind of pressure this puts on your defenses. Although I gotta say, I'm somehow feeling like this could be a bit harder for me. But well. I've never tried hard on this game before. I was just exploring it in the past and having some fun with it. So for today, it's like the first time that I'm a little bit more try-harding, optimizing my squad and the like, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. I can't say one thing about this game, it's a lot of fun. So, this guy is now all out of mana, and the funny part about that is that we have this critical runes thing, and he's now on 40 friggin% extra crit. That's what I'm talking about. Empty mana pool can have its advantages too. So let's spread some poison. Alrighty. Whoopsie. Wrong weapon. There we go. So, yeah, Blaze. Legit the reason why I think the hand crossbow is one of the most amazing weapons in this game. You have poison, you have propagation, and all. I think my mage must have a hand crossbow secondary. Simple reason behind that, the hand crossbow is all about multi-hits, and he has an extra multi-hit already, so... Alright, there's only 22 enemies left, so that's not what I wanted. Sometimes I fail clicking the hero that I wanted to click, and then I send the dudes on a wild journey. So here we have another case of... Good thing that I brought a potion. So... There we go. Ah yeah, the good old line of sight problem there, but whatever. We're almost done here. So here we go. It's Alim with the crazy crits. And this guy also has all the action points to fire out all his free attacks per turn. There we go. That epic helmet I found there was truly epic because it was... everything which gives you extra action points is outright amazing and truly, truly awesome. Let's see. Alrighty. Last turn. Nice. So, oh look at that, there's even still enemies on every side. so everybody gets to do something. I'm spoon-feeding the kills to Zalim, because the more kills, the more mana regen. And he spent a lot this night. He really, really spent a lot. There we go. So, day 4, another S rating, I guess. Damn. Not bad. Alrighty, so I'm going to start out with the next stream with exactly this situation, because processing all these things is a really good procedure to get back into everything that's happening there. So thanks everybody for being here. It's been my pleasure. I hope you guys had a good time as well, and next stream we're going to get deeper into that. If this has been a video on demand, comments go down below. Thumbs up go a long way and are very, very helpful. And a subscription would be also very, very appreciated. Look at the social media in the description box if you want to catch the next stream live. There's Twitter and Discord. I announce my streams, all of them there. So if you want to stay updated, just join the crowd there. And last but not least, check out my Patreon. There's a new campaign running where I give out the power to influence the content to the Patreons. I'd be deeply appreciating Patreons now. And the other thing is, PayPal donations would be wildly appreciated, because I'm creating free content. I won't stop creating free content, so I can use all the help, because I obviously lost my mind. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching that ad roll. Sorry, has to be made. You're awesome for watching that. It means more to me than you might think. Have a wonderful day, and see you next time.